the three lines, I'm most passionate about the climate and environmental line, despite all of them being equally important, or some actually maybe more pressing. I find the culture of consumption, the spiral of consumption, mass production, very frustrating, considering the information we have and the environmental footprint that we leave behind every time we kind of take part in these like very institutionalized behavior. So I think I want to focus and put my energy into kind of creating ideas that break these institutional ways of like status quo that actually have a much more disproportionate impact on the surrounding and the climate around us. I also feel like it's actually, I think a lot of times people see it as a one or a bi-directional compromise to do something for the climate or the environment, whereas I feel like having cleaner air or, I don't know, fertile soil is a win-win situation. So I feel like there are narratives that need to be broken, and I'm very passionate about that, kind of targeting that. Appeals to me most about being part of Action Hub is the element of both like community and also practical training. I think we all have drive, we all have ideas, we all have frustrations and anxieties. When we look around, I think I'm very passionate about the climate channel of the line, and I feel like there is so much that we want to do individually, and we have a lot of anxiety, but then I feel like when we come together in a forum, actually we can make that into like a productive anxiousness or a productive frustration, that we can brainstorm and take each other's thoughts and capabilities to create ideas that can actually have a bigger impact than one can by themselves. So I think that's why Action Hub, like I feel like it's that forum that can ignite a spark by bringing people together. Describe something I'm proud of. I remember starting my bachelor's at Roskilde University, and being a foreign student or an English-speaking student, I was previously very involved in student politics. I kind of wanted to be part of that environment. I remember being very harshly told that you're welcome to join, but I don't know if you'll be able to participate, if anyone's going to speak English. We're not going to translate any of these meetings into English. And I remember that being quite a rude awakening or a rude welcome. But then instead of kind of turning back, I remember like putting myself into it. And after 4 years, and putting myself into it, really committed. And after 4 years, now when I look back, I see all of their Facebook posts and websites and things all in English. And I'm really proud of the fact that I was able to create that welcoming space for people after me ever since. And I think despite other activities, I think I really cherish that moment. Favorite childhood movie or books? I think it's a tricky one. I can think of like Lion King, and kind of like really relating to Simba and his like arc of redemption. But actually what I think the most impacts is Arundhati Roy's book, God of Small Things. And I got a hold of it early teenage years from a friend, and I didn't really grasp the book because it was very technically written, the language, and I think like later on, I think one knows about the themes. And I think that book has really stuck with me because I've gone back to it. And apart from actually like Arundhati Roy as an author, as her technical prowess in writing it, I think it's a very, being Indian myself, it has a very like, it kind of like lifts the veil over structural kind of like cages that we have in society, and then things that we're allowed and not allowed to do, and like what labels do to people in a very rigid kind of like these untold rules, what they do to like the human spirit. I feel like that's been a slow revelation that I feel like I got introduced to very early on, and I've been deciphering, and then I've been exploring as I've grown up. So I think I would say Arundhati Roy's God of Small Things.